Hi everybody. Today we are going to see who is a good teacher and what are the identities of a teacher and what are the characteristics or criteria that determines the teacher's identity. We know teacher has to perform multiple activities in his classroom, or he is the role model for his student and he has to do a lot of work related to his profession. First of all, a teacher is judged by his appearance, by his values that he is following, and how he approaches the students and what are his interests, how he behave with the fellow teachers, and how he is doing his other work, related work and all, and what are his practices and hobbies. So, based upon that, the teacher is judged or valued by others. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who is a great teacher, he says a student spends a lot of time in the school campus and most of the time the students are with the teachers. So, if a teacher thinks he can mold a student and he can teach, he can build moral qualities also, because next to the parents the students are always with the teachers. And now teaching is viewed as a profession. Previously the teaching profession is considered as a noble profession, and now it is considered to as a breadwinner or as a employment opportunity rather than a passion. So, now there is a paradigm shift in the perception of a teacher or teaching profession. Who is a teacher, how the teacher should have moral values, how to practice the values, and what are the duties and work culture of the teacher. There is slight changes nowadays among the teachers. Now the teacher is very much busy and he has to answer many questions in his profession. That is, as a teacher he has to teach the students and he has to answer the management and he has to see the expectation of the parents. And now the teaching profession is not a easy profession and the teacher is always under pressure nowadays than the previous days. Now there is a lot of news and headlines about the teachers daily. Daily the teachers mistakes are flashed in the newspapers and everyone thinks that the teachers are not up to the mark. So, when we work as a teacher, there are many risk factors. Teaching profession is not a easy profession, but there are more risk in this teaching profession. In this aspect, how a teacher should be prepared, how a teacher should inculcate many aspects not only in his students but in his own mind and brain, how to teach the students, how to approach the students, how to avoid certain degrading values among them. So there is lot of pressure among the teachers, and teachers, it is their duty to see that the teacher has to perform his duty very well. And teacher has to do multiple activities in a classroom, that everyone knows that he is the manager of the classroom, and sometimes the teacher has to write the lessons by his own and they have to fulfill the needs and aspirations of his student, and he has to see that he has to teach the lessons up to the expectations of the students, and he is a very good professional. In the sense, the teacher has to do multiple activities apart from the subject specialist. A teacher must be expert in his subject. Apart from that, he has to do lot of activities in the classroom. There is a saying, good teachers are costly, but bad teachers cost more. There should not be any terminology like bad teachers, but what they are thinking, the teachers, when we say a teacher, he must be good. He must be good in the knowledge good in his values, good in his attitude. So, the teachers, that sort of teachers are called good teachers, and they are the expectations of many students and parents, even the society. So, there should not be any brand like bad teachers or worst teachers. So, always if a school wants to appoint good teachers, they have to pay good salary to the teachers, then only they will get good teachers. But if they appoint some teachers who are not up to the mark, they will spoil everything. That is why good teachers are costly and bad teachers cost more. But teachers, we are training the teachers in the teacher training institutions and teacher education programs, but are we training our teachers up to the expectations of the employers, expectations of the society and the students, that we have to recall and we have to rethink? Because how we have to train our student teachers or how we have to mold our teachers, that should be felt by the government, felt by the teacher educators and also the training institutions. If we didn't realize this at this moment, definitely we have to pay more in order to repair and in order to rectify the defects that are caused by the so called teachers. So, when the teacher is going for an interview, they expect lot of competencies from the teacher. For example, they should be the subject experts, they should possess the current knowledge in their subject, their knowledge should be updated, they should know how to teach, especially in this corona period, they should have the ICT competencies and skills. So, next to that they should have the motivation for teaching. So, these are the requirements or expectations that the society expects from the teachers and the employers in many schools they expect. And we have to realize that teaching is not just a profession, it is not each and everyone's cup of tea. Those people who have completed their UG degree or PG degree, they are eligible to teach, but there is something more than that. It is a serious profession. Nowadays, good teachers are penalized by even the students community sometimes and by the management also. So, it is a very serious profession, and we have to, the society have to recognize that. So, teaching is a noble profession. At the same time, we have to mold our teachers with required skills and knowledge as apart from their other competencies. And not only that, the teachers should know how to safeguard themselves, isn't it? In a classroom, we can see mixed groups of students. Some students nowadays, the students are exhibiting lot of violence also in the school. They should know how to defend themselves and protect themselves from such students and all. And everybody and anybody cannot be a teacher. The teaching profession, they should feel inside and it should come within, and they should be prepare their mind and body to become a teacher, because teaching needs lot of patience, lot of skills. First of all, they should have the right attitude towards that profession. Teaching is not an easy job, it is a very difficult and tough profession, but only those people who possess the required right attitude towards the profession, they only excel in the teaching profession. And in this modern era, or in this era of information and communication technology, they have to redefine their responsibilities. We have to see that the teachers possess certain responsibilities and skills, and we have to rethink and we have to analyze. And if a person wants to apply for a teaching post, or if a person wants to join a teaching professional degree, they have to redefine, they have to rethink whether I am suitable for teaching profession. They have to rethink. Just for the sake of employment, they should not join, or just for sake of earning money, they should not work as teachers. So, we have to see how the teachers are prepared globally, what are the global standards, benchmarks to become a teacher, and those benchmarks should be applied in local situation also. For example, when nowadays the students, youngsters are very clear in choosing the profession and joining the programs and all, but India is an example for excellent teachers. Even the teachers are respected in the form of gurus in our country, but we have to see whether we are meeting the global standards, and we have to apply these global standards according to our local demands also. And whenever we see commitment, dedication and teaching method and professional standards, previously there is some set of standards and competencies expected from the society, but the same society, due to change and due to modern era, they are expecting these values, that is the commitment, dedication, teaching methodology and all in another aspect. So now we are in a stage to redefine our professional standards and redefine what is meant by commitment, dedication in the teaching profession. Previously, chalk and talk method, the teacher who is very good in giving lectures are the best teachers, but nowadays the teacher is not up to the mark in utilizing the ICT and technologies and all in his classroom. He is not the proper teacher. So now we are redefining the expectations of teaching competencies. So now the teacher must be ready to offer his teaching through ICT mode, or through web based instruction, or through technologies. So this is the information and communication technology skills and competencies are very much expected nowadays from the teacher. And the teacher must have a sound knowledge in the subject, that is the primary expectation, or that is the fundamental aspect of a teacher. And in our culture, particularly in Indian culture, the teacher exalts a very high position previously in the olden days, but now it is declining. But if we try, we can bring up the same aspects in our teachers, provided the government should take a lot of measures to establish the standard for the teachers, and also those students who want to join the teaching profession, they have to see that they are the best students or they are meritorious students, and the students must be given some scholarship in order to pursue their degree. They should not think the engineers, doctors or software companies alone they are giving lot of salary and all. So there is a attraction towards this profession than teaching profession among our youngsters. So we have to see that the teaching profession must regain its charm and dignity in the days to come. And teaching is not an exact well defined activity. That means I should not say that I have to teach like this, I have to teach like that. There is no standard definition for teaching. It may change from person to person. The students like the teacher when the teaching is reached by the students. So it is the teaching profession is a very difficult and a demanding profession. There is no single method of good teaching, there is no single method of excellent teaching and all. But what is the identity? What are the criteria of teacher's identity? So what does it mean if we say good teacher and all? So we have to redefine what is meant by good teaching and all. And nowadays the teachers are most of the time in the corona period they are teaching by online. So he has to teach up to the expectations. Not only that, the teacher must have the various capabilities and capacities, how to access the web, how to innovate, how to create, and how to give assignments, homework, because in the face to face teaching somewhat easy than the online teaching. Even we can get the attention of our students in our face to face teaching, but nowadays through online teaching the teacher has to perform lot of homework instead of students doing the homework. Now the teacher has to do lot of homework when they are ready to teach through online. So now The online teaching brings lot of problems also that we experience, that there is the value degradation among the teachers. That should be completely avoided. That is why there should not be any bad teacher, because good teacher are costly and bad teachers are cost more, that we realize in the modern era. So, the teaching profession gives lot of opportunities for the students as well as the teachers to for their own intellectual development. They have to do a lot of homework by referring books, and they have to prepare their teaching sessions, they have to prepare their teaching learning materials. Even in online they should be very careful, they have to dedicate and they have to be spend their time a lot. And teaching profession always viewed as teachers are always viewed as co-learners of the student, isn't it? The teachers along with their students, they are performing lot of duties, and they should pretend with their students that they are also learning along with them, isn't it? A good teacher always pretends that they are also learning with their students, so that intellectual curiosity must be there with the students. They must involve in their work, that is all. If a teacher just teaches, it is not enough. They have to have the intellectual bonding with their students. That is why Vygotsky says teacher has to be teachers are the agents of ZPD, that is zone of proximal development. A good teacher always promotes the intellectual development of their students. And some teachers will come and they will do and they will teach and they will go. That is the average teacher. The average teacher will just teach, but the inspiring teacher, they will mingle with the students, they will involve in teaching, they will not follow this method or that method, they will follow all the methods till their students understood the concepts. So, good teaching cannot be as a routine activity, it cannot be a monotonous activity. Good teaching comes from the identity and integrity that the teachers show in their teaching. First of all, the teachers should be emotionally connect with the students. When the students are in proper emotion, then only they will pay attention to the class. So, emotion drives the attention, which in turn drives learning. That the teachers must understand. They should be emotionally connected with their students. Great teaching is nothing but creating a space in the community of the truth. So, truth, we know it is very essential, it is a important value in life. Like that, good teaching is nothing but truth. And the teacher must possess his subject knowledge, and they have to drive, they have to motivate, they have to get the energy, they have to make the students to involve in the learning process. So, when we are students, when we remember our teachers even now, after the lapse of 20 years, 30 years, like that. So, even now we are thinking about our teacher. So, we cannot say where the influence of a good teacher can reach. We cannot say that. It cannot be erased. That means the influence of the teacher cannot be erased and stopped. Now, teaching is nothing but it is interaction activity where the brain is, the student's brain and the teacher's brain are connected, and teaching is nothing but making the student's brain connected, very much connected, to make more connections in their neuronal network. That is called learning. According to cognitive science, learning is nothing but making lot of connectivity in the brain. So, a good teacher makes lot of connections. A good teacher is a single teacher in the classroom will be connected with 30-40 students. So, that itself, when the students, all the students involved in the teaching learning process, that shows that the teacher is connected with the students. By connecting, the teachers are creating the neuronal network in the student's brain. So, the neuronal networks are formed with the help of synapse, and synapse is nothing but firing of the neurons. When a teacher takes a class up to the mark, up to the expectations, when everything is clear, when the teacher makes the students to understand the concept, that means lot of neuronal networks are formed in the student's brain. Neuronal networks is called the firing of the brain, and when the neurons gets connected with each other due to this firing. So when a teacher teaches, when a successful teacher teaches, he can hardwiring as well as soft wiring. There is firing and wiring of the neuronal network. This is the structure of the neuron. So when the teacher teaches in the classroom, they are teaching from the heart. Some teachers we have seen in our life, they get very much involved. It is not that they will forget the external home, their external environment, and they will get involved and they will pay their fullest attention in the teaching process, and they will not worry about anything else but for their teaching. So a good teacher teaches from the heart, from the emotional bonding with the students. So that shows the heart of the teacher, isn't it? The heart of the teacher is nothing but the teachers involvement. They always think about the students. They will prepare the lesson in a very good way, and they will allot their timing in planning of their lessons and planning of the teaching learning activities, and that shows the heart of the teacher. So good teaching comes from identity and integrity in teaching, and we should train our students. For example, in the teaching education departments and all, we have to do justice to our teacher students by making them involving in the teaching process. Nowadays our students are suffering from these online classes, and we teacher educators are also suffering in the online classes. But even with our creativity and connectivity with our students, we can do justice to our profession. First of all, they have to, as teachers, we have to enjoy teaching, isn't it? They have to enjoy the teaching. So teaching must come from their attitude, that is from within. They have to see that whether am I fit, am I eligible to join the teacher education course, am I eligible to teach in the particular level of the students. So they have to re-examine and rethink and reflect upon their abilities and teaching profession. That's why we had great teachers like our Dr. Radhakrishnan, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, Savitribai Phule. So teaching is not simply an ordinary job. It is the profession. It needs lot of skills, lot of commitment, lot of involvement. So teaching, that is we cannot say this is the identity, that is the identity. If the teachers involve and with a lot of values, more than their subject knowledge, more than their attitude, values play an important role. If teachers are not up to the mark in their character, in their behavior, in their values, they not at all fit for teaching profession. So the first and very foremost identity of the teacher is the values. How the students in the olden days, they respected the teacher. Even all the villages, in all the villages, the teacher is respected as a guru, and the teacher is given all sorts of respect. Whatever they want to discuss with the teacher, and even the very big zamindars and other people, they will come to the teacher and they will ask their suggestion, their advice to come up their life. So values are very, very important, my dear friends. So the next teacher identity is the teacher must devote their time and energy in the professional activities. After getting the teaching profession, after joining the government job or any good schools, they simply forget, and they will routinely they will go and teach. They have to update their knowledge. For updating their knowledge, they need professional activities. They have to attend the conferences, they have to read many books, they have to read the journals, even they have to write and share their experiences. Nowadays it is very easy, because we have all sorts of social media and we have internet, we can connect with any teacher in the world, anywhere. So, they must devote their time in the professional activities, and we have seen the teachers who are fighting for their salary, fighting for their rights. First of all, the teachers must realize their responsibilities than fighting for their rights. The teaching or government teachers are well paid, and the private teachers are not up to the mark in their salary. They are not getting the salary, even though they are good in their subject and responsibilities and all. They are doing lot of work, but it is a pity that the private teachers, self-financing schools, working in self-financing schools, they are getting very poor salary. So, the government should restrict and they should set certain norms for making all the teachers who are dedicated teachers. The government should see that they are getting proper salary. So, teachers are the agents of the social change. When the teachers do very good, eminent work or remarkable work, they will be getting the awards. But the best award is the students. When a student realizes that my teacher is good, when the student see that his teacher is worthy, that is the best award that the teachers are getting from their students. So, the teachers plant seeds of knowledge that grow forever. We cannot say where the influence of the teachers stops. No country can become better than their teachers. No citizens can be better than their teachers. It is also a saying. So, dear friends, we should see that the teachers are good. The teachers must have they must possess all important knowledge, important values. They should have the right attitude. Above all, they should be the role models in their character and in their behavior.